If you're having a hard time understanding the concept of new construction layouts on parking lot striping jobs, then you need to watch this video. In this one, I break down the concept of how to lay out perpendicular parking to give you a better understanding of new layouts. I also give you a bird's eye view and break down each aspect necessary to accomplish these jobs. And if you stick around until the end of this video, you might learn something new that you did not know before. But before we get into that, if you guys are interested in learning more about striping, how to read new construction site plan layouts, we brought in a project manager that's managed multiple multi-million-dollar projects in the How to Stripe course to teach you guys how to read complex construction plan layouts. That way you can go and make a bunch of money. So be sure to check out the How to Stripe course. It will be the first link in the pinned comment section and the description. Let's go.
What's going on, guys? Welcome back for another video. Today I'm bringing you along on site with me to look at a new layout. There in the back is my friend Matt. He got this job because a customer called me and asked me if I could come and do this job. I sent him over my price. They didn't like the price that I sent. They thought it was too high. Then I told them about my friend Matt, who also lives in the same city and does parking lot striping. Matt reached out to the customer. The customer liked their price. They gave Matt the job. So I thought, what a great way to come out, help Matt lay this out, and talk about new layouts. This one isn't that complicated, very simple. It's all perpendicular parking, as you can see on the plans right here. Not difficult at all, just a couple of spaces and one access aisle and one handicap area. Now, what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna turn the camera around. I'm gonna show you what can be kind of tricky when you're doing these new layout jobs, and we're gonna talk about making things squared. Let me turn you around. Okay, so as you can see right here, not too complicated. We got perpendicular parking on this slab. Now, the plans call for 18 foot from the top part, okay? Now, if you go 18 feet from that slab right there, that is your back line. So you can see that 18 foot from that slab is this chalk line. But guess what? To the eye, it looks crooked, okay? Now, let's talk about why this looks crooked to the eye when we look at this concrete joint. So we used the front of this slab as our base point. We came 9 foot over, put our point there, and marked along the top line and the bottom line. But you can see that is 18 foot from the slab. It's good to understand that once you square that from the slab and pull your right measurements and then angle over, get your intersection points and then pop your string line, it's important to know that based upon the reference point that you used, it's gonna be square to that. Now, this goes over at an angle. So it starts off closer to that concrete joint and then it goes further and further away. See that? So that means that the lines towards the slab are gonna be uneven and the lines back here are gonna be even. Very simple. But this is what Matt proposed to the customer. Because what's gonna happen is if Matt stripes this line right here on and stays on this blue line and goes to the front of the slab, it's gonna be perpendicular, it's all gonna be straight. But to the eye, the customer is gonna look at this concrete seam and they're gonna look at the lines. They're not gonna think that it's even. And so what Matt did is Matt brought the customer out here, educated the customer, told them that this is squared to that slab, but the crack is gonna make it look like it's not even. Well, Matt told the customer that he suggested that the customer start at these concrete joints and go all the way to the slab. Now, if we start at these concrete joints, what that's gonna do is, it's gonna make this appear straight to the eye, but it's gonna make it where these lines up here are different lengths, but you're not going to be able to tell from the ground. And you really won't even be able to tell in the air from drone shots. So not in all the time, you're not always going to have concrete joints. And on big construction sites, it's probably not going to work. You're probably not going to be able to make any adjustments. Of course, the property owner was out here. We showed him what we were talking about, and he had a very good understanding of what we were doing.
This video is sponsored by QuoteIQ, and right now we're doing a $500 stencil kit giveaway with same-day stencils. So all you have to do to register for the giveaway is sign up for a premium, platinum, or ultimate subscription of QuoteIQ using my link in the pinned comment section and the description. And right now it's only $1 for the first month, and the winner will be announced on June 1st when the contest ends. Let's get back to the video.
The plan shows the sidewalk is 5 foot off of the building. Okay, so we measured that 5 foot there, 5 foot there. The building is squared with the sidewalk. So we know that we can use this as our baseline, make sure we get our angles right, and then pop our string line. So we know whenever we're doing our measurements that we're 90 degrees perpendicular from our back line onto our parking lot lines. It's easy over there to use that concrete joint as your tail end because it kind of just fell within a foot or so, but it's different here, and I'm going to show you the difference between horizontal and vertical. Let me flip you around. Okay, so you see this right here, this line, this blue line, our chalk line, all of our lines are perpendicular. We know that these are 90 degrees and perpendicular because we took our measurements right. Okay, Matt's over there striping. All right, but you have these concrete joints right here, okay? And so to the eye, these concrete joints look straight, but they're not. Now over there, you can use the concrete joints because there's the tail end, but over here is a different story, okay? Whenever you're striping on these lines, or whenever you're doing new layouts, see that seam looks pretty good. See that seam with that chalk line? Looks pretty good. Somebody else was out here popping chalk line. I don't know who did that, but so that one looks pretty good. And he's already striped down there at the bay. So Matt also talked to his customer and told him that we're laying these out according to the plans, perpendicular, but that it's not gonna look straight with these lines going vertical, okay? It looks straight, horizontal over there, but I've already explained that. Anyways, guys, thanks for watching. I hope that helped. If you guys are interested in learning more about striping, how to do new layouts, how to lay out perpendicular parking, angled parking, so on and so forth, how to read site plans, be sure to check out the How to Stripe course. It will be the first link in the pinned comment section and the description, and we will see you in the next video.